Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Carl from Planet 40k, and today we're going to be doing another review from the Indomitus box set, the Royal Warden. So this should be the final review for the Necron side of the box set. If you want to see any of the other previous reviews that we've done, I'll add a link to the description for the playlist. We've also been covering the Primaris Marines as well, so if you're interested in that playlist, I'll also drop it in the link below. Right, so the Royal Warden, who's a new Necron HQ option, comes in at 4 power level or 80 points if you're playing points. He's an infantry character and he can fit into any dynasty you choose. So his stats are as follows: Movement 5, Weapon Skill 3+, Ballistic Skill 3+, Strength 5, Toughness 5, Wounds 4, Attacks 3, Leadership 10, and a 3+ save. Okay, so those stats are okay. Strength and Toughness 5 is quite nice. He's not quick, so he's not going to be running up the battlefield causing havoc or anything like that. So he's got two abilities. One is standard Living Metal, which is, if you don't know by now, it's where you're gaining a single wound at the start of your turn. But the real reason why you're taking this guy is his ability called Adaptive Strategy. So in the command phase, you select one friendly dynasty unit within 9 inches of this model, and until the end of that turn, that unit can fall back and still be selected to shoot and charge. So this is a really strong ability, as anything in this 9th edition that can fall back and shoot is so much stronger, because they've nerfed that ability in a lot of units now in the 9th edition. So for example, you can use this on a blob of warriors or immortals to get them to fall back out of combat and still deliver their payload of Ghost Fire. Don't forget, this ability also works on any unit, so it's not just infantry. You can stick it on a vehicle units that's bogged down, and you can still get them firing at full ballistic skill to enemy units of your choice rather than the ones that are in combat with you. Or you could put this on a combat unit that has been bogged down by chaff, and then you can just fall back and recharge a more juicier target. Right, so as for his war gear, he's got a Relic Ghost Blaster, which is a 24-inch range rapid fire 2 weapon. It's at strength 5 and -2 AP with 2 damage. It's an okay weapon in fairness for a single model to have. So if he's at 24-inch range, he's popping off 2 shots with 3s to hit, and at strength 5 he's likely to be wounded on 3s. And then with that -2 AP and 2 damage, you have a decent chance of getting rid of one Primaris Marine. So if you're within half that range, you're going to be getting double shots, so 4 shots. And I like that because it's 2 damage each, not 1. So each wound is going to be really giving your opponent some hurt. Unfortunately, he's got no melee, which is a bit odd for a HQ with 3 attacks. In fact, he's got the same base attacks as an Overlord has, so I find that quite odd. Maybe we'll see some upgrade options in the Codex release, who knows? But he's still strength 5 base with those 3 attacks, so he can do some minor damage, bumping off some small weak units, I guess. Going on to the new dynasties that are coming out in the Codex, the Mefret dynasty adds 3 inches to your range weapon. So if you're within half a range, it's going to be adding -1 AP as well, so it'll be making his weapon a -3 AP and a range of 27 inches total. So not bad for his weapon there. The Shere Khan dynasty code gives you a 5-up Feel No Pain versus Mortal Wounds, which will help you against things like Smite. And you also reroll 1 wound roll in each phase. So with his weapon, rerolling 1 wound, not bad. Nefrit gives you a 6-up Invuln save. He doesn't have one, so better than nothing. It also gives you an auto 6 to advance, and you can advance through models as it's a beam. But obviously you're going to be minusing 1 to hit rolls if you're going to be advancing. He can use the beam to fall back through enemy units as well. The Sortek Dynasty code lets you reroll morale, which isn't that great, but more importantly, he can then do rapid fire up to 18 inches. So rather than the 12-inch rapid fire, it'll be increasing to 18-inch. So not bad options for him there with the Dynasty codes. So some of the things I like about the model, obviously his ability, that's the main reason you're getting this guy, is the ability. So getting a warrior blob or a destroyer unit to fall back and then still shoot is pretty huge. And you can do the same on vehicles as well, as we spoke about. His gun is okay. Don't expect to win the game with it, but it is a nice way to get his points back if you kill, say, a small squad of Primaris Marines throughout the game. But even if you don't, using his ability will make up the rest of his points, I guess. There's quite a few things I don't like about this unit, unfortunately. No Invuln save, no phase shifter. That's pretty bad for a HQ. The Overlord is only 10 points more at base cost, and he has a 4+ Invuln save. He's got a melee weapon, he's got a load of abilities such as My Will Be Done and Relentless March. He's got a better weapon skill, so I feel like the Warden is probably a bit too overcosted. He should be more like 60 to 7 points in my opinion. In fact, it doesn't even feel like a HQ. It feels more like an elite option, especially without all the options for his war gear. When I used to play Death Guard, and they had characters such as the Nauseous Blightbringer or the Plague Surgeon, and these are sort of similar kind of characters, and in their army, they're in the elite section rather than the HQ, so a little bit strange that he's a HQ, but okay. His damage is a bit underwhelming. Okay, his gun is handy, but it's not going to set the world alight, and having no melee weapon as well at the moment, I think he should have either had a melee weapon or a stronger range weapon, but he has neither at the minute. So his ability to, say, get a squad out of combat and then to fire is decent, but for the same sort of points as what this model costs, you can get another warrior squad itself, and throughout the entire game, you're going to be getting a lot more firepower out of it. Potentially the new codex coming out has more stratagems and relics that the Warden can really use to boost him up, or maybe a warlord trait if he's your warlord, but I think it's a case of another new model that is nice and shiny but doesn't quite fit its potential at the moment. All I can say is let's wait for the book to be released. Have our fingers crossed that Games Workshop give him a bit of love when it comes to the rules. But as it currently stands with this rule set, I currently have to give him a Planet 40k rating of 3 out of 5. If you've enjoyed the video, please remember to drop us a thumbs up and remember to subscribe. We're going to be doing more videos until the codexes are released. So I believe it's October. When that does come out, we're going to be going through all the units as well and tactics and all the other bits and bobs that come with that. We've still got a few more Primaris Marine reviews from the box set to do, which should be coming up this week. So I hope to see you again soon.